John Force. John, I got a good one for you. 5:45, the quickest of the day by anybody.
I got a good one for you. Okay. And this is about Austin Coil. I get so hyper in these interviews and stuff, and especially right before I race. That's where these stories come from, I guess. But Coil and I are back in the trailer, and the last run you saw it smoke the tires, and I'm yelling at Coil. She's smoking the tires. She's wheel standing. Put weight in the front. Put weight in the front. He goes out, and I had 10 different ideas, and he said, "You're not a tuner. Leave me alone. You're making me nervous." And I come out of the trailer. He says, "I put weight in the weight bar. You happy?" And I said, "Yeah, and while you're at it, make sure it'll still pass the scales." And Coil looked at me and said, "Boy, you are nervous for her." She says, "If anything, she'll be heavier, not lighter."
John Force goes to the finals.
Steve, could you get him to repeat that? He lost me. Regardless, it's a winning combination.
John Force joins a very exclusive club of repeat winners this year. Only Kenny Bernstein and Don Perdome have done it. Congratulations. A great day of racing.
Well, we've come a long ways here, and you know, Coil, as much as me and Gardello de Castro, we're always fighting together. Hi, buddy. But I got to tell you this. She ran consistent. The new things we were trying to do worked. And I'm really proud to be here with these guys. And I've been burning bridges all year, and I've been getting beat up. But it's starting to work, and I really do, sincerely. These guys don't get congratulated very much. But Coil and this team, real good job. And I'm totally falling apart here. I want you to know this. They're going to have to carry me out.
Any worries at all that maybe that roommate situation might come back to haunt you, Ronnie Swearinger and Austin?
It's good. I went down to Swearinger, and I said, "Swearinger, I've come down." My guy went down to help him glass their body. He said, "Forrest, out of the ropes." I went back to Coil. I said, "That's it. Don't ever talk to him again," and raise his rent.
Okay, we're out of here.
At Houston. When qualifying was over and John Force had the pole, I chatted with him in the pit. He's always a lot of fun.
John, you got a $3,000 bonus for qualifying on the pole at 5:42. But Austin Coil, your mechanic crew chief, took the check.
Steve, I didn't get anything. This is a new year, and it's $3,500 for low ET. And you're right. Coil's getting married in January, and I got stupid and stuck my neck out and told him he could have the money if he could make this heat run. And he made it run, and I'm going home broke again.
Steve, sometimes you wonder, what does John Force mean? The only thing I can figure is congratulations to Austin Coil on his impending marriage, and tough luck for John Force, as he has no money to get home on.
But Force did have a contingent on that. If he cancels the wedding, Force gets the money back.
Going. Steve?
Well, John Force, you had to take the reins on this Oldsmobile. It wanted to have its own way with you.
Spend all that money for a ride like that. That makes it all worthwhile. Scary, though.
You want some good news?
Yeah.
Lane choice with a 561 over Bernstein.
You need that over Bernstein. I want to say something. A lot of people are back in this race car, and she loses a lot. We know that. She runs quick, and she loses. Me and Coil, we fight and wrestle weekly. But I tell you something. People don't know what it takes to be champion. We may lose the next one. We may not. But right now, what we've been trying for the last month is finally starting to work. He was starting to worry Coil.
I have a feeling it's in the clutch department.
A whole bunch of places. Thank you.
Don, I always like listening to that man, but I never really know what he's saying.
They're on to something, Dave.
They must be, because Matt's preyed on his mind ever since.
Well, anyone who has seen John Force before on our Diamond P Sports telecast knows that this won't be an interview. This will be a one-man show. Congratulations, John.
Is that good?
Oh, perfect. Everybody expected you to smoke the tires. It was the other way around.
Diamond P wasn't there at Montreal. They're finally here. Thank God. Somebody's here to save me.
That's right.
It's really amazing. Driving these race cars is something. And I did the dry, and Coil looked in and said, "We're in trouble, buddy. And all that's left is the dashboard. Can you believe planning on a dashboard to win a race?" And I flipped a few buttons, and that old heap worked. I can't believe it.
And this Oscar is going to be in California in a maternity ward by, I'd say, tomorrow afternoon.
I'm leaving right now. I mean, like they're trying to get me something. Yeah, 6 o'clock. My wife, we're trying to induce labor right now. She's overdue, and I got to get home since I hugged this crew. She wants to name him Oscar, but I ain't doing it if I won. Now
She, Oscar?
No, he or she, whatever. She said if you win, we'll call it Oscar or Colombo.
When did it finally set in on you? Somewhere down the racetrack that you'd won this thing?
Don Gartlett's come over and had a long old talk with me about lanes and looking at them, and everyone says they're bad, but that don't mean they're bad. Go by what your crew chief says. Coil walked back and said, "It's good." And when I pulled up there, he said, after the drives, "You don't look so good," but we went with the game plan. It worked.
Get to California, will you? My best to your family.
Get to the California, and I couldn't have been here in Columbus without all my sponsors, Castrol, Jolly Rancher, the whole bunch of them. Thank you, guys.
John Force.
Well, that's kind of a heartbreaking way to go, but I think you made one heck of a run through that lane.
Yeah, she was slick, and Coyle made a few changes up there, and it showed. We were happy that the performance come back, and the car came back and ran 60s again, and we were content with that.
You bet a 568 with a massive oil down that was speaks highly of your driving, John, and the NHRA's cleanup crew.
It was slick, and as far as, we got down there. We're going on to win this race. There was big money here, but we got it yesterday, and maybe Oswald, he's a heck of a competitor to that team, and maybe he'll get it today, and don't matter, my bank wouldn't have taken that much money anyway.
Well, if his bank won't, mine will. I'll be happy to take it for him.
John Force, that's one you might have thought you lost had you not stuck with it.
Steve, I made one of those all-time screw-ups. I left the starting line in high gear. I can't believe I did it. My car was weird acting. I went out there and just did everything wrong. Pedal had hit it, but I seen he was in trouble. I recovered it, reached down and shifted it in high gear, and I was in high gear. I got to apologize to my guys because they worked hard, and I screwed it up, and the Lord just let us pull that one right out of the bag.
Well, you've got a reprieve as you go to the semifinals. You'll never do that again, probably.
I'm going to make a lot of mistakes before this thing's over, but that's a killer to be that dumb. It's dumb. It's the pressure. When I got in the glue box, the car was sideways coming out, and I had to pedal it, so I thought, well, I'll leave it in high gear and try to do another drive with it to save from wearing the clutch. And when I backed up, my whole program changed, and I never thought to put it back in low, and it's just one of those dumb things.
Seems to me it takes a heck of a guy to admit it.
I'm a heck of a guy.
Okay, John Force goes into the semifinals with the Wendy's car.
Go down and talk to John Force.
Well, John Force powers his way past Billy Meyer and into the semifinals. Good weekend for you so far, John.
Well, I think it hurt itself there. I heard some noises. It wasn't a rod or nothing, but a valve broke or something, or a push rod or a spring or something. But, yeah, Myers had trouble up there, and it just gave me a little time, to do a little thinking about that tree. I think, Steve, that tree's my biggest enemy. It scares me more than any racer I've ever raced, more than Perdome, more than McEwen. And I got me a little friendly deal going. If that tree would just hang on a little bit better, we'll share the money here.
Well, John.
Steve, John Force is down here, out of breath, excited. First final round of the year. You've been waiting for this one.
Long time. Like I said, I'm going back to driving a truck. This stuff will give me a heart attack. Man, my guys, we talked, and I said, get through the window, get a hold of me, and hang on to my hand a second. You got to calm me down, because mentally, my mind's not been right. And John got a hold of my hand through the roof hatch. He wouldn't let go, and I think, let go. And I seen Oswald come in. Hey, old hunk run. Did she leave on time? Great.
Steve, if John gets much more excited, we may have to hire an interpreter. What did he say? Bruce.
No sooner than these race cars stopped, both drivers started screaming, "Who won? Who won?" John Force, you won.
That was close.
Hey, since the snake, I ain't had a kid make me that nervous before. Terrible. I must be getting old, I guess.
This is the greatest year you've ever had, and we've only run 7 out of 19 races.
Well, we moved up in second, and yeah, it's going to be a long old season, but what can I say again? Jolly Rancher, Castrol, Easy Wider, Wax Shop, all the people behind me all supported this car, especially my family, my wife, and Austin Coyle.
And you won in a hole shot, even sweeter.
A hole shot, I can't believe it. I thought I was late. I can't hardly talk. It's those braces again. I thought I was late.
You weren't late.
What was the time?
45 to a 44.
45 to a 40? He ran quicker?
Yeah.
Coyle, where's he at?
He'll be down here soon. Let's go to top field.
John, it looked like he might have had you until he overtook the burger.
Out the window, you wouldn't believe it. Please, hump, you old Chevy, run. I couldn't even believe it, man. That was close. I ain't felt this good since Dallas. Hey, all my people, we know Castro, Jolly Rancher, the Dorman people, the Wax Shop people, Fram, my life. This old Chevrolet here. You're really an Oldsmobile. Nobody knows it. But I love
They do now.
We're happy. Fans, 1-800-RACE team. Don't forget, call us.
When he comes out of his shell, he's going to be something, huh?
Sorry that the man doesn't get emotional.